Appreciate you guys coming aboard here. All right. So I've got 10 questions that I want to throw at you guys here in a second for the 2026 Eagles. 10 questions as we get ready to go into these mini camps. Also, Eagles passing game. What's it going to look like that's going to be anything different than what we've seen the past 5 years? Kevin Patullo taking bows. We're going to talk a little bit more about the culture in the building. Before I get to those 10 questions that we're going to ask you and your opinion on what and where this is going to go, my question is this. How do you think the passing game, from what we've seen the last 5 years to where we're going to go next and what they want to go next, how is this going to evolve? How's it going to look? Again, no opinions yet. Just how's this thing going to look? What are they going to try to accomplish by going with this new system? What do you think is going to be different moving forward with what we haven't seen since 21? Okay? Again, it'll be way worse. I don't know that yet. I really can't say that. I got to see them try to execute it first. Your main goal is to accomplish balance and moving the sticks. That's a great take. Less predictability. I love that. You guys are on the same page. That's right. Less predictability, having a little more balance, being able to utilize the weapons better, higher tempo passing. Okay. You guys pretty much got, again, that's exactly correct. That's what you're looking for. Because theoretically, the passing game the last 5 years has struggled. And it has struggled mightily. So you're thinking what you're looking for is not to be as predictable. I want to see balance. I want to see a great tempo. I want to see stuff like that, right? Okay. Because I'm going to give you an example. By the way, remember, you got to do all of this without A.J. Brown. Sills, I've been hearing more than likely the opener is Bears versus Seahawks. I think we open with the Colts. That'd be a great open for the Eagles. That's like asking Michael Vick to play like Dan Marino. Not happening. Well, I'm going to show you what you've done. And we're going to go over what and how this thing may end up looking. I hope they don't open up with the Colts, by the way, too. My money is we open up with the Commanders. Yeah, because the Cowboys are opening up with the Giants. I wouldn't doubt that it's a more formidable opponent on your schedule, like the Texans. Think about the Texans and opening up with them. I don't remember if the Texans are at home or away and where that would be. So I thought the Seahawks already have corners. Oh, wait, we took one. Oops. No, that guy lost his job. You didn't take the corner that's starting. Dude, no, you didn't take one of their corners. You took the guy they didn't want. AJ was looking for condos in Boston. I saw that. It's a signed set deal. I told you this a couple months ago. This thing was already agreed upon unless some team parachutes in. That deal is done. That deal is done. It's done. So every time we used the tight end more, then the offense looked a lot better. Got to start using the whole field more. Correct. See, I'm thinking the Texans. That's where I'm thinking. Good thing the passing game isn't an indicator of overall success. You know what's crazy about that line? For the first time, M. Reyes is right. That's why the massive changes really are odd. By the way, the massive changes and how about this? Let's just hypothetically say they don't change the passing game. to like what type of percentage we're looking at. The craziness is you changed the personnel overnight. AJ's gone, and you're going to have more finesse wide receivers in the building. You don't have physical wide receivers. Once AJ Brown leaves, you don't have physical wide receivers. There's not one physical wideout that you have. Okay, so not being predictable, and let's take a look at this. So these are from May 13th and to May 13th, 2021 to today, May 13th, 2026. This is what the Eagles passing game has done in that 5-year span. And like you said, guys, here's why the changes are coming. The top passing team in the last 5 years has been the Bengals. Okay? 22,000 yards. The Chiefs are second. The Bucs are third. The Cowboys are fourth. The Lions are fifth. And the Chargers are sixth. The Niners are seventh. The Vikings are eighth. The Rams are ninth. And the Bills are 10th. The Eagles are 21st. Completions. The Eagles, the top team in completions, believe it or not, with between Brady and Mayfield, it's the Buccaneers. The Eagles are 24th. Attempts. Believe it or not, the Bucs are number one because of Brady and Mayfield. Chiefs are 2. The Eagles are 24th. Pass completion percentage. Bengals are 1. Lions are 2. Seahawks are 3. Niners are 4. Eagles are 17th. Yards per game, passing wise. Bengals are 1. Chiefs 2. Bucs 3. Eagles are 21st. Touchdown passes. Bengals are 1. Bucs 2. Bills 3. Cowboys 4. Eagles are 17th. One last one. That's it there. So theoretically, the entire passing offense the last 5 years has hung out at around 23, 24. This is why they're changing. This is why you've made personnel moves, coaching and player-wise. They know they got to evolve. They have not evolved. They've got to get away from what they do for being so unbalanced. And again, by the way, that's a 5-year combination of what they've done. And then the rankings alone, you're ranked 24th. So, and this is going to be now moving forward without A.J. Brown. I want to put it in context for you. What I just read to you should be completely irrelevant to the Eagles, but it's not. The firing of Jeff Stoutland, the moving on from A.J. Brown, all of that, and the new hirings and the new drafting and signings all tell you they're going in a different direction in 26. That's why they're moving. They can't be that incompetent any longer in the passing game because they don't have the same running game. They don't have the same running game. And to sit there and assume that that running game is going to get back to 24 is absurd. So they've got to be a more balanced football team offensively. And you would have to agree. They just have not been. It's funny. I asked this question last year to you. Do you think the Philadelphia Eagles have utilized all their skill on offense? You guys, or some of you, said yes. Well, the Eagles obviously said no. That's why, again, we're in this place. And I think they're right to do this. The question, once again, here on May 13th, we're not going to sit here and go, well, we'll see what he does, how well he adapts. That's beyond the point now. To sit there and say, can Hurts do it or not? On May 13th, we're beyond this now. This is happening. Coaching hires, personnel changes. You don't draft people and sign people and move people out and move people in because you're going to do things half-ass. You're doing this because at the end of the day, you've got to come up with a different way to win. Can you imagine this? And here, I give them credit because they're gambling. You're gambling. You're gambling with this. You're saying this. Well, the way we've been winning, we can't win that way anymore. Right? The way we've been winning, we can't win like that anymore. To me, passing TDs are overrated. It doesn't matter as long. It can't be overrated, dude, when you're not looking at what you're doing in the building. How can it be overrated when they've making these schematic and personnel changes? Doesn't make sense. You're not following along. This is not a plug-and-play league. Not everybody is going to be able to adapt like that. I love the fact that Sean and Jalen are hitting it off. It means everything. It means nothing. On May 13th, they haven't been on the freaking field yet. How in God's name are they hitting it off? I heard the same bullshit last year about Kevin Patullo. We're going to get to Kevin Patullo here in a minute. My God almighty, you'll believe anything. If you believe that shit. And by the way, who cares? Seals, maybe but could it be that this is the last straw to evolving the passing game? We've seen the highest of highs of the run game. Now it's time for the passing game. I think it's because of this too, Abe. Abe, I think it's because you spent so much equity in drafting and money in the offensive skill set, guys, and you're not getting the return you need. Get this. Would you agree with this, Abe? The biggest acquisition that Howie Roseman has made during this Super Bowl run are two guys, and they weren't drafted. It was A.J. Brown, and it was Saquon Barkley. They weren't draft picks. Would you agree with that, Abe? In the last 5 years, the two most instrumental players were A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley. Would you not agree? Name me a player who's had a bigger impact than those two guys. Right? A.J. changed how you won, and then Barkley put you over the top. Two players that were not drafted by the organization. Right? Is that correct? Right. So, Abe, think about that. Those were acquisitions added to what they had done in the draft. It's a good football roster, but they needed a little extra jet fuel. That was A.J. Brown, and that was Saquon Barkley. Those two guys were the jet fuel.